Footsteps and words heard through the ceiling always interested Levine. One could guess it was a result of living alone. It never felt nosy or invasive, so listening happened as naturally and without second thought as any other daily event. Sometimes they stomped or ran, or even shuffled or dragged. However they came, they were there every night. The college professor imagined, based on the loudness and stride, the steps from above were from an adult, maybe even a tall one. On occasion, Levine heard what sounded like conversation, a sentence, a word, sometimes punctuated by a long pause. Though there was never a second voice, which excited more speculation. Was this a phone call? A rehearsal? Unsure of what else it could be, they would listen attentively until the darkness of the room swirled like smoke between muffled sentences. Soon enough, Levine was dreaming. The dream dovetailed from a docile finger tapping above to a downpour of frigid rain on the window. Levine overslept. Their heart jumped into their throat as an itchy, wrinkled blazer was donned in haste. The mint aftertaste of mouthwash would be the closest experience to breakfast the professor would have today. Damn it, they thought. Did my alarm even go off? Why in the world was anyone walking around and chattering at 3 a.m.? I'm late because that's what ruined my sleep. Are you kidding me? How inconsiderate, how rude. This isn't even my fault. And by the end of the working day, they had forgotten the whole ordeal. It helped that not a single student raised a fuss, nor did anyone mention anything at all. It may as well have never happened. The doddering elevator stuttered to floor 13 and groaned in relief as Levine stepped off. One day, that thing's going to drop someone all the way to hell, they said under their breath. Before another snide remark could be made, the voice from through the ceiling murmured. Levine could make out none of it over the crackling paper grocery bags that popped with each step. Hunger, and satisfying that hunger, were what mattered most at the moment. They promptly settled in, making a fine mess in the cramped kitchen, which no one would complain about. An ambient throb illuminated the room as the television, which had served as a lullaby, drowned out thoughts from the day. As good as it was at putting the overworked tenant to sleep, it would not drown out the slam from above. Startled, Levine rose and turned off the TV. The phone screen read 3 a.m. Without fail, unintelligible speech was masked by drywall, which seemed more present once in the darkness of the undecorated bedroom. Fatigue won over curiosity, and Levine made no effort to decipher a single word. All the way to hell, it said. The next Monday, the students waited for their professor, who would never return in any capacity. There had been an accident in the decrepit elevator. Only Levine was in it when it finally gave. The new tenant, Vic, was given the recently vacant room on request of not having any neighbors above. The property manager assured Vic that the 14th floor was only for access, maintenance, and storage. No one had ever lived on that floor.